So in today's video guys, we're gonna have a look at a brand new release coming from Adidas, which will give us some hints from where it's actually taking some inspiration. But in my opinion, I really don't see it guys, but you are free to let me know in the comment section down below if I'm wrong or not. Hello guys and welcome back for a brand new review. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing and also giving me a like. It will really help out the channel. You can also give me a follow on Instagram and TikTok to see exactly what I'm gonna review in the next few days. In today's video guys, we're gonna have a look at this brand new release coming from Adidas, which is inspired from the running shoes from back in the 2000 era. So let's go ahead and also take the shoes out of the box guys, which as you can see this time will come in this black matte colorway, which on top will have this big Adidas logo and the lettering as well, which will be the case for all sides of the box as well. And of course on one side we're also gonna have this sizing tag as well. So let's just go ahead and take them out. So in today's video guys, we're gonna have a look at this new range coming from Adidas, and this one will be for the Ozweego Pro. So yes guys, we have a new range coming from Adidas, which just dropped here in the UK for the retail price of £120, which will be around 140 US dollars. And it seems that this one will take a lot of inspiration from the Ozweego range, which was released back in the 2000, which actually was a pair of running shoes. But in my opinion guys, I really don't see any of the details contained from that range. Nevertheless guys, this one will be called the Ozweego Pro, and for now this one it's available in just one colorway, which according to the box it's called Cloud White, Silver Metallic and Core White. In my opinion, it feels that this one is slightly a bit dull. For sure I would have preferred to have some black elements as well. Nevertheless guys, this one is available right now on the Adidas website only. And I need to admit that this one has this retro look, even though it's gonna be a brand new release. But I guess as most of the brands are releasing a lot of these retros nowadays, this will try to be the same. So I would say that for £120 you shouldn't expect too much. This one will bring a mix of mesh material with some synthetic overlays all around. But at least we're gonna receive this Adiprene Plus midsole, which for sure feels quite good underfoot. So let's go ahead and also do a breakdown of this one guys. So as you can see, for this upper we're gonna have this mesh material in this white color, which will be present for most of this upper. This one will also have some stitching on top in this white color, which for sure looks quite good. So on top of this mesh guys, we're gonna have these welded lines and synthetic overlays, which will come in this silver and gray colorway. So the silver one will be like a fused material if I'm not mistaken, and this one will be present mostly here at the top of the tobo section and also on the sides. We're also gonna have it here at the lacing system and also below it as a mud guard. And besides this silver overlay, we're also gonna have this synthetic leather material, which will have this carbon look on top. So this one will be present here at the front of the tobo section, where we're also gonna have some perforation holes, but to be honest I think that these ones will be just for the design. So this material will also be present from the midfoot going to the back, where it's gonna wrap the whole heel section and also just above it, where once again we're gonna have these perforation holes, but this time we're also gonna have this Adidas logo alongside the lettering which will be pressed down in this material. As in for the actual lacing system guys, for this one we're gonna have some punch out holes at the top and also at the bottom, while in the midfoot we're gonna have these loops in this gray color, which will also have some reflective fins on top, and these ones will keep in place these white flat laces. And underneath these laces guys, we're gonna have the same mesh material as the one used for the rest of the upper. And this one underneath actually has a very good amount of padding, which for sure will sit quite nice on top of your foot. And as you can see at the top of this tongue, we're gonna have the same synthetic leather material in this gray color, which will have the same perforation holes and the Adidas lettering, also the logo, which will come in this silver color. Continuing in the midfoot, guys, for this one we're gonna have this translucent 3 stripes, which are looking quite nice, and these ones will be available on both medial and lateral side. To be honest, I think I would have preferred these ones to be in a darker shade of gray or even a black to give it a bit of a contrast. Going now inside of the shoe, guys, for this one we're gonna have this very interesting lining in this silver color. If I'm not mistaken, around 15 to 20 years ago, when this mesh was released by Adidas, it was introduced in their flagship running shoes, which for sure looked quite nice, and it will be the case for the today's pair as well. Underneath we're also gonna have a very good amount of padding, which will keep your foot quite good in place. And at the bottom we're gonna have this rather cheap foam insole, which will have on top a very nice lining in this gray color. And here at the heel section we're gonna have your usual Adidas lettering and also the logo, which will be imprinted in this white color. So going now towards the midsole, guys, you can see that covering most of this heel section and also the midsole as well, we're gonna have this plastic TPU heel counter support, which it's actually quite stiff, so for sure this one will provide a very good stability for this back part of the shoe. And this one will actually go underneath the shoe between these rubber pads, but we'll get to those in a minute. So now we can actually go to this white Adiprint Plus midsole, which to be honest has a very interesting design, which in my opinion actually works perfect with this upper. So this one will also have this interesting design here at the heel section, where you can see that we're gonna have these holes in the actual midsole, which for sure will let this heel section flex a bit more. In my opinion, this one, it's actually quite squishy underfoot, but this technology is quite old, so you shouldn't expect too much from it. But nevertheless, I find that this one, it looks quite good and also provides a very good level of comfort. So now guys, we can finish with this rubber outsole, which will be an Adiwear one in this creamish color, which has an interesting design, which for sure I feel that it's gonna provide a very good grip. As you can see here at the front, we're also gonna have a lot of this Adiprint exposed in a lot of places. And as I said earlier, here in the midfoot we're gonna have this TPU plastic clip, which for sure will give some extra support for the midfoot, which as I said earlier, it will also go and wrap most of this heel section as well. As in for the actual sizing, guys, for this one I went with my true to size, and I need to admit that this one actually fits me just fine. And I would say that it's gonna be roughly the same for people with normal feet. But just in case you have wide feet, guys, most definitely I would suggest to go with at least a half size up, just to make sure that this front part of the shoe, which is actually a bit pointy, is not gonna be too tight for you. So overall, guys, this is a brand new release coming from Adidas for this Ozweego Pro. In my opinion, it's an interesting one, which will also bring a very retro look, which apparently it's inspired from the 2000s running shoes. But in my opinion, I really don't see why these ones are called the Ozweego Pro. In my opinion, none of the elements used for this one were found on that Ozweego range. And I would say that for 120 pounds, guys, I guess we are getting what you are paying for. For this one, we won't have any proper materials. Everything will be synthetic or fused material. For sure, I would have preferred to maybe pay slightly a bit more to have some proper leather material, maybe suede. But at least we are getting this Adiprint midsole, guys, which I need to admit that underfoot feels quite squishy and comfortable. But as I said earlier, as this one has an old technology, don't expect too much from it. But I would say that in the same time it's quite decent. So yeah, guys, this was my unboxing and reviewing of this brand new release coming from Adidas for this Ozweego Pro release. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to press the like button, maybe also subscribe to the channel. You can also give me a follow on Instagram and TikTok to see exactly what I'm going to review in the next few days. Of course, if you want to have a look at any of my latest reviews, you can choose from any of the videos which you have now on the screen. And as always, I will see you in my next one. Thanks for watching!